What the fuck? It's said that in Japan there's a ghost with only arms. When people run out of toilet paper, it appears and touches their bottoms, asking whether they want red paper or blue paper. If you answer red paper, your blood vessels will burst and you'll die. If you choose blue paper, you'll have all your blood drained and die. A girl in the school entered the restroom, locked the door, and then disappeared. There was only a ventilation window inside the restroom, but it's impossible for a person to get through. So her classmates asked paranormal investigator Jenny to help them. Jenny wondered if a teacher took the opportunity to make the girl inside the restroom leave when no one was around. But her classmates didn't think the teacher would help with such a prank. While Jenny was puzzled, she noticed the bloodstains on the wall. Then she immediately ran to the secret room to look for Jack, but Jack was no longer in the room. When she turned and went to the window, she saw that Jack was about to leave the school. So Jenny followed him and eventually found that Jack went into a bar. While Jenny was hesitating about how to enter, a man named David came over. As soon as Jenny asked David if he was Jack's friend, David moved closer and stared at her. Then he realized that Jack had already gone in and pulled Jenny inside with him, claiming himself to be the talented guitarist David. After Jack knew that Jenny came, he asked her to sit next to him. Jenny was shocked by David's performance. David was a friend Jack had known since their student days. Jenny thought David was amazing because he had guessed correctly that Jenny was Jack's student just now. Jack explained that it wasn't reasoning but seeing. David's special ability was that he could perceive the object in front of him and pass things through visual information. He had some abilities since he was a child, and after his left eye was hit by a flashbang, he could see even more. Jenny was stunned. Then Jenny told Jack what had happened. She believed the girl's disappearance was related to the red paper and blue paper. Just as Jack was about to tell her, David showed great interest in how the person disappeared. But Jack told him that no one had disappeared and no event had occurred, and he asked David not to get involved. The next day, David came to the school. Jenny didn't understand why he still came since Jack had stopped him from coming, which made him even more interested. Then they went to the place where the event happened. When David was about to take a close look, the teacher came to stop him. So David walked up to the teacher, stared at him for a while, and then confirmed that indeed no event had occurred. At that time, Jack rushed over. Jenny told Jack what had just happened. Jack went to check all the details in the restroom and then asked Jenny to check the tissue box in the women's restroom. Unsurprisingly, it was empty. He said he would wait for Jenny in the secret room with David. Later, Jenny told Jack that the tissue box in the women's restroom was empty. Jack then explained that the event was caused by the teacher's lie. That day was the activity of the handicraft club, which was why the teacher appeared at the restroom in time. A girl from the club went to the restroom and found there was no toilet paper, so she ran to the men's restroom. And then the scene at the beginning of the event happened. When everyone else walked away, the teacher took the student out and then brought thread from the club classroom. He hung the thread inside the door and passed it through the gap in the wall. The bloodstains on the wall were probably left by cutting the finger. Jack found some traces on the inner lock and the doorpost. Combining other details, he figured out what had happened. The teacher did all this just to protect the female student from being gossiped about, and even used paranormal phenomena to explain it. Later, Jenny led her classmates to solve the mystery of the restroom. They needed to insert a piece of wood under the door, and then the door couldn't be opened because its color was the same as the door frame. It fell off later due to the impact of the door being broken down. Everyone believed it was true and successfully solved the paranormal event. In fact, it was Jack who instructed Jenny to make up the truth, because the uneasiness of having no answer would only lead to other rumors and finally attract monsters. When there was no way to tell the truth to everyone, it was also important to come up with other convincing answers.